Окей, добрий день, дуже дякую всім вам, що ви тут, і я теж є тут, бо я можу розмовляти як правильний діаспора з Канади. Я тепер, це правильна конференція, бо тут є діаспора з Канади, бо то не є Київ, як нема діаспора з Канади. А я є теж діаспора з Канади, що є в Англії вже 20 лет. То я розумію по-русски як собака, то не можу так говорити. А тепер я буду по-англійськи, бо то є лучше для мене. So it's easier for me to speak in English. I'm going to talk to you about the British-Ukrainian Law Association. Now, the British-Ukrainian Law Association has been around for 20 years, actually about 23 years. The fact that very few people have heard about it means it's a brilliant thing to bring up at a marketing conference. It was a brilliant institution that was brought together, and you can read for yourselves all of the admirable aims that it had, promoting human rights, promoting transgender rights, making sure that the world was a happy and fluffy place. But that didn't really get people's interest. What I think Ukrainian and British lawyers do together and have been doing together since the birth of Ukraine is doing business. And the association has changed. I became chairman very happily with the help of Vladimir Sayenko, Anna Babic from EQUO. We have membership also from all of the top flight Ukrainian firms. And if you're not in the top flight Ukrainian firms, you have to join Beulah to be recognized as being in the top flight of Ukrainian firms. We are a forum that allows lawyers to meet other lawyers. This is an area where marketing happens, where business happens, where we're selling to each other, but we don't have the product because the product is clients. What we do have, however, is ideas. And that's what we try to get across to each other and to our membership. The most important thing that we can do as lawyers is try to be innovative. The British-Ukrainian Law Association is a self-selecting group of people who are interested in Ukrainian-British legal issues. There's a lot of work that goes on between ourselves, between Britain and Ukraine, mainly because if you make money in Ukraine, you don't keep it here. And you usually will use a British or common law jurisdiction to move your money about and to do your deals. A recent event that we had dealt with a very boring and tedious piece of English legislation, corporate law, which means that you have to disclose the significant ownership in a company. However, our view on that as Beulah is that this is actually very interesting because the ramifications of that law mean that a minority shareholder could, by careful application of the law, oust control of a majority shareholder because of the sanctions that are involved if disclosure isn't properly made. So this is a unique way of using a tedious piece of English legislation that you as Ukrainian lawyers can get in front of your clients and tell them that there's an innovative, well, there's a problem that they might have to deal with, but there's also a potentially innovative solution to a management control issue that they have in a joint venture company. Beulah itself is a voluntary organization. It's open to all Ukrainian or UK qualified lawyers. It's also open to people who are just interested in it. It's quite cheap, £150 for a corporate membership, £25 for an individual membership. We do events in London and in Kiev. We're bringing the Law Society to Kiev in March to do an English Law Day, to have a wide-ranging discussion and involving the British Embassy, the different Ukrainian law associations, in terms of how we can further cooperation between what we do. So essentially, it's a marketing talking shop for us so we can come up with innovative ideas to put in front of our clients to try to generate more business and more understanding between ourselves. Now, my badge says British Ukrainian Law Association, but the people who paid for me to be here is Grosvenor Law, so my partners would be quite angry at me if I didn't mention what we do for a living. So I'm going to do some marketing to you now that I have you here. So we're a boutique litigation firm. We specialize in all the things you can read there. The interesting thing about us as a boutique litigation firm is that along with having my brilliant Ukrainian language skills, we have two native Russian speakers in the firm. We also have a partner who had been in the BVI in Caymans for 5 years, and we also have a partner who specializes in trusts. So when you put that all together, you have the elements that usually Ukrainian disputes find as part of the overall landscape.